Welcome to another Top 10 video from top10s.net, the ultimate Top 10 list site. Today's topic, Top 10 Weird Animal Sex Facts. Compared to many things in the animal kingdom, human beings have pretty boring sex lives. Especially you, viewer. But really, boring's not so bad compared to some of the things we'll be seeing on this list. Number 10. Carabid Beetles. There are three major groups of beetles, each of which is of the Carabid family, that are born with only one testicle. That's very odd, since most animals have a quality known as bilateral symmetry, which means each side of the body is a mirror of the other. Obviously there are minor differences, but there are usually pairs of appendages or organs. Originally discovered in 1825 by French naturalist Léon Dufour, scientists are unsure of why the phenomenon exists, but the prevailing theory is that the testicle was lost somewhere in the evolutionary chain and replaced by slightly larger accessory glands, which are necessary for the creation of most of their seminal fluid. Number 9. Largest relative mammal penis. The western harvest mouse is relatively nondescript as far as rodents go. It's native to North America, and it's only 2 centimeters tall, and it has a body length of up to 7 centimeters. But nature gave it one thing to brag about. They have the largest penis of any mammal relative to their body mass. Technically speaking, the barnacle has the largest penis in the animal kingdom. The penis bone of the western harvest mouse is between 7 and 8 millimeters long, making its penis up to 9% of the length of its body, which is not the longest, but it is the largest compared to its body mass. Scientists believe the rodent has evolved this penis size because breeding is so competitive. Number 8. Busty turkey problems. This is not a natural process, as it is strictly the result of selective breeding by humans. Turkeys, especially popular with Americans, are picked for their large breasts, and they have increased in size immensely since they were first feasted on. However, this has presented turkeys with a problem they're unable to overcome. The breasts are so large they make it impossible for mating to occur. Nearly 100% of all turkeys bred are artificially inseminated, because the tom is unable to mount the hen. This leads to an increase in the use of antibiotics because of a lack of genetic diversity, since there are relatively few mating toms available to farmers. Number 7. Red velvet mites. Humans might use a trail of rose petals to lead their significant other to the bedroom. The red velvet mite has a similar mating ritual, though it does have an important difference. The surprise at the end of the trail is a pile of semen. Called love gardens by scientists, they're a pile of stalks or small twigs which are covered by the males. To attract the females to the pile, the mates will leave sophisticated silken trails leading to the pile. If a female finds it and is impressed by the male, she will sit on top of the pile, inseminating herself. However, if a rival male discovers it, he's going to destroy it immediately. Jerk. Number 6. California Sea Hares. The California Sea Hare is a species of sea slug and is hermaphroditic in nature, frequently switching its gender from male to female. When mating season commences, large groups will congregate on kelp beds and prepare to reproduce. In order to more easily facilitate insemination, they will form a love chain, a complicated scenario in which each sea hare takes on both male and female sexual behavior. Every sea hare will inseminate the one in front of it and be inseminated by the one behind it. They usually just form single file lines, but there have been examples where they form a circle, with each sea hare taking on both roles. Number 5. Fruit flies. Fruit flies can lay claim to one thing. They have the longest sperm in the animal kingdom. Drosophila bifurica, a relatively small fruit fly, produces coiled sperm, which, when stretched out, are 2.3 inches, more than 20 times the size of the fly's body. Not to alarm anyone, but if humans had the same ratio, one sperm would be 120 feet long. Scientists attribute this quality to the fact that female Drosophila bifurica have extremely long reproductive tracts, which are designed to encourage sperm competition. Number 4. Banana slugs. Banana slugs are another example of hermaphroditic animals, creatures which commonly switch from male to female when the need arises. This occurs most often during mating, and occasionally the pair of banana slugs will act as both male and female. But the most interesting thing about their mating process takes place at the end of the ritual. Usually during copulation, the slugs will bite each other, a prelude to the conclusion. If they are finished, and they can't pull apart, the female will chew the penis of her mate until it is completely removed, although it may remain in her body for a while, a process called apophyllation, or in English, Unfortunately for male banana slugs, the penis may never grow back. Number 3. Ducks. Everyone knows that drakes have corkscrew-shaped penises, and females have corkscrew-shaped vaginas. Hopefully not from first-hand experience. However, in species of ducks where forced intercourse is common, evolution has taken a step forward in combating the aggressive males, who got gradually longer and longer penises. Luckily for the females, they co-evolved specially designed vaginas, which could be twisted in a way to make sure there were so-called dead ends inside. How do they reproduce then, you might ask? If a male gets a female's permissions ahead of time, she will change her posture and make it easier for the male to enter, enabling procreation. Number 2. Bats. Bats are one of the largest groups of mammals, with nearly 1,000 different species identified so far, yet they share one interesting characteristic. Researchers at Syracuse University discovered that when a bat's testicles increased in size, its brain shrinks at a similar rate. In the species in which the females are promiscuous, the males tended to have larger testicles, presumably to let them have more sex. Scientists believe the variance has to do with the fact that bats need to be extremely efficient with the energy that they have, and a large brain is not an essential when there are so many females to mate with. Number 1. The Tuberous Bushcricket. In 2010, scientists discovered that it has testicles which account for 14% of its body weight, quite an edge over the former title holder, a species of fruit fly which was at 10%. Researchers at the University of Derby believe that the size is crucial to mating patterns of the Tuberous Bushcricket. They don't believe the size plays a role in the fertilization of a single female, as a relatively small amount of sperm comes out during each mating session. Rather, it allows the males to mate with as many females as possible. For this and other quality lists, visit top10s.net. Music for this list was provided by Kevin MacLeod. Visit incompetech.com for more music. Narration was provided by Dustin Koski. Thanks for watching.